Oh, I'm not even live yet. That's not going to help me either. Probably should go live on YouTube. So now let's see if it's working. Testing. Oh, I'm not even live yet. Yes, it's working. All right, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin and see where it's headed. First thing before I do anything else is we're gonna check Bitcoin and we're gonna check Bookmap. Bookmap tells you where the liquidity is at on Bitcoin, so let's check that first. I will look at Polkadot and Cosmos. So right now, let me see if I can figure this out for. I don't know how to do it on here, but so right now it's saying that the liquidity, the most liquidity is down here at 21,000. So I'm in a Bitcoin long right now. So I hope that's not actually going to happen. Right now, Bitcoin is at $21,245 according to Bookmap. So the most liquidity right now is at $21,000. And if I zoom out, you have a lot down there at 15K. So there's a chance you go down to 15K. I've been saying that probably for a few days now, maybe a week or two. So that could always be on the table. Let me go and check out. Okay, so that was Bookmap was not up to date with the price action, but there's a lot of liquidity I know from looking at previously at $15,000. So we'll see how that plays out. I do think 15K is possibly on the table. You can't rule anything out. I personally don't think we bottom. So we'll see what happens. Right now, Bitcoin is currently at almost $22,000. I have a long entry from $22,000 exactly on Forex Leverage. So we'll see how that plays out. I would like to see Bitcoin get above $23,500. 22.5 is the next resistance. If you do go above that, then we're looking at 23.5. For some reason, all these $500 increments are really important. Like 19.5, 20,500 was important. All these increments of 500 are really important, and that's where we have all this resistance at. So if you break 22.5, then you're looking at 23.5 as being the next target. So right now for Bitcoin, we will see what's going to happen. I'm going to just clear the chart, and we will start over with the drawing. So first of all, let's look at the RSI and see how that's looking. We'll start on the daily time frame and move our way down. Daily time frame is completely overbought on Bitcoin according to the RSI, so we'll see what happens with that. The 4-hour chart is trying to reverse to the upside. It's currently at a 67 out of 100, and the 1-hour chart is still trying to rally up. It's at 72. It still has more legs to do so with that. The 15-minute chart is currently almost overbought. It's at 90. It is overbought at 90, so it has a little more room. It can go up before it tops out. So really, before you top out, you want to see Bitcoin get above $22,130 because that was your high from this morning. If you can't get above that, that's a lower low, and that would not be bullish. So you want, before it gets reversal, you want to see it go up around another $130. Thoughts on Elrond, I will look at that as well. So that's kind of what has to happen. Bitcoin, if you want to remain bullish, if I want to remain bullish on this Bitcoin long I'm in, we have to see, before you start reversing to the downside for our next correction, Bitcoin rally above $22,130. It just breached 22K, so we'll see what happens with that. So that's Bitcoin for you. And if you don't hold that, then you can't lose 21,500 because that's also a support level. So let me mark out some of those levels that are important for us to hold and get above. And then you also have a local low down here at $21,200 or $21,189. And that happened on the 8th of July at 9 a.m. So that was this morning at 9 a.m. That was your local low, $21,176. Since then, you've pretty much gone up, but you went up all the way up to $22,141. So you want to see us break that. You could probably say that you're in a symmetrical triangle right now, which breaks up to the downside 50% of the time or breaks to the upside 50% of the time. So we will see what happens with that. The measure move, if it were to break to the upside on Bitcoin, hold on. The measure move, if Bitcoin wanted to go to the upside, if you want to be conservative, would be about 22,900. If you wanted to say if it was going to break to the downside, it would be 21,000 even. So those are the targets. Either you're going to break to 21K later today, or you're about to break to whatever I just said. I think I said 21.9 or almost 22K. So those are the targets. Either 22K or $21,000 is the next targets for Bitcoin. I'm sorry, 23K or 21K. It's looking like it's trying to break to the upside, but you are overbought. So that is one worry sign. So, all right, so that's it for Bitcoin. If you guys have any requests, let me know. Now I'll start looking at them. But we got to keep an eye on Bitcoin because that's going to dictate where most of these altcoins are going to go. One other thing before I start getting into all these other altcoins you guys want me to look at is I will quickly go over a trade I'm in right now, which was, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Never mind. I won't go over it. So I am starting a challenge now where I'm trying to make 3% a day, every day, compounding for 1 year. So that means if you start with $1,000, you can turn that into $44 million. Now, I'm not expecting that. I mean, it's unlikely that's going to happen. But if you always got 3% a day and you always put the whole amount, your profits and what you made the previous day into the next trade, you can make that much money. I have a spreadsheet for it, so it did all the math for me already. If you started with $13, you could turn that to $600,000 if you did that every day, 3% a day, compounding it for a year. It's kind of insane, really. It's really hard to get 3% a day every day and not lose money, but if you are able to do it, hypothetically, that's what you can make. So that's my challenge. I'll see how close to that I can get. I'm currently starting with like $100, which would be like $4 million. So I'd be pretty happy with that. We'll see where I'm at in a year from today. So, all right. So now let's look at some of the requests that you guys have given me. So Polkadot and Cosmos are the first two. I already did Jasmy off the stream, so if anyone requests that, please just go check out my YouTube channel. I just did that. Like 5 minutes before I went live. So, all right. So right now we're gonna look at Polkadot on the daily chart. It is in a massive, massive downtrend. When was the last time I looked at this? The last time I looked at it, Polkadot was at $8.44. Now you're at $7.16. It was around the 10th of June when I looked at it, so a long time ago. So the new low is $6.22. If you want to be bullish, you have to get back above $10.23. We have not had a confirmed bottom because you keep making lower lows and lower highs. If you want to confirm that a bottom is in on the daily chart, you would have to break a daily candle and close a daily candle above $8.80, or if you want to be really safe, call it $9. So $9 is the price to beat. Close a daily candle above it. If you do that, then I would start to think maybe we're out of a downtrend on DOT. Until then, you're not bullish on DOT, except on maybe the smaller time frames. The daily chart is trying to get a reversal to the upside. The RSI actually has a lot of room to go at 53, but I'm still looking at the $9 mark. If it doesn't break that and it gets overbought before then it's extremely bearish. 4-hour chart has a little more downside it could go. It's at 26 on the RSI, and the 1-hour chart is almost overbought at 90. The 15-minute chart is also overbought. So it had smaller, the daily chart has some room to go up. So does the 4-hour. And no, does the 4-hour chart? 4-hour chart does. The 1-hour chart is overbought. So 4-hour daily actually look pretty good on the RSI. But if you get to $9, but if you don't get to $9 before you get a reversal, then that's extremely bearish, and that would get from the downtrend is still in place. So you have to break $9 on DOT to be bullish. So let's go to look at the next coin, Cosmos. I'll use the Coinbase chart if they're on Coinbase. So currently, I had support on Cosmos at $8.60. The local high you got without using the wicks was $9.50 on Cosmos. Let me go to the daily chart now and see where we can expect this to go. It is current. So daily chart for EGLD, for whatever, how do you say this? Elron. Elron. So let's look at this. Daily chart is in a downtrend like DOT. You made a lower high at $65.66. A previous high was up here, $88. And you made a lower low at $38. So the previous local low was $65. So it does not look very good. I guess you could say you rallied up to $64 and you made a higher low at $48, I should say. So we will see. If you want to confirm you're in an uptrend, though, you would have to make a higher high above $65. If you cannot do that, let's call it $66. If you cannot get above $66 before you get it rejected, that would confirm then this is not bullish yet. If you get above $66 or higher before you get a reversal, then that is pretty bullish to me, especially if you hit like $70 or something before a reversal, and then on the next bottom, I would try to buy it. But EGLD, the target to break would be $66. Checking on the RSI. RSI is looking okay. Daily chart has a few more days to go, probably before it tops out. The 4-hour chart is oversold. That looks good. 1-hour chart is probably overbought. No, it's it's at 67, and the 15-minute chart for this is overbought. So daily chart has a little more room to it can go up. The 4-hour chart has room to go up, and the 1-hour chart does too. Actually, EGLD could probably keep going up a little bit for another day or two before you get rejected. And like I said, the target $66 to beat. If you don't beat that, then it's not bullish on the macro time frame like the daily chart. If you guys have any other requests, let me know. I appreciate if you like and subscribe. And we will appreciate, I think Brian just joined my group chat. So we have a group chat, guys. If you guys want to join that, link is in my TikTok description or my YouTube description if you are on either of them. Yeah, I think right now there's like 61 people in there, so you can check that out. We just talk about crypto and whatever projects you're investing in. That's what we talk about there. Right now, if we go back to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is struggling to get above 22K. That is not a good sign for me because I bought in at 22K this morning. So you have to break 22,200 to be really bullish. I don't just want to get double top. I want to get a higher high for the day. And if we go to the 1-hour chart for Bitcoin, technically you even want to get higher than that because yesterday you had a high up to 22,491, so you want to actually beat that as well. I don't want to just beat the daily high. I want to also beat the high we had yesterday. So 22,200 is going to be target to beat, and then you have a point of control up there at 22,500, which you couldn't beat yesterday and you got rejected. So that is resistance, and local high at 22,500 is your next resistance, but 22.2 is what I want for a new daily high. So those are two targets Bitcoin has to beat. If you beat that, my next target would be $23,500, which would probably be tomorrow. But I did say yesterday in another group that I think Bitcoin's going to break 23K today, so it doesn't look very good right now, but we'll see what happens. So that's kind of it. If you guys have any other requests, let me know, and I will look at them. So I use KuCoin to trade. I got rid of Coinbase. I mean, I still use Coinbase. Like if I take profits or send money to KuCoin or take profits to KuCoin, I use Coinbase as like the middle person to then send to my bank. But I don't trade really on there except buying Bitcoin to send back and forth. We can look at Matic and we can look at Link. And let me just see. So no one's on YouTube right now. So all right, so let's go look at Matic first. We'll use the Coinbase chart because I'm sure that's where most people are, is on Coinbase. So right now, I'm going to shut this really quick because it's really bright. All right, much better. Now there's no sun on my screen. So right now for Matic, Matic is trying to break a resistance and not get a double top here. You're trying to break the 64-cent resistance. You're trying to break that, and we will see what happens. But this looks bullish to me right now. This really does look bullish to me. So we will see what happens. If you break that, your next target to the upside and your next local high was 74 cents. So if you break 65 cents, 74 cents is the next target for Matic. But let's go look at the RSI and see how overbought we are on the smaller time frame. So 15-minute chart is overbought, reversing down. So That's not good. 1 hour chart is almost overbought, and the 4 hour chart is trying to go back up, but it is overbought too. The daily chart is currently at 74, almost overbought. Going back to the 15-minute chart, let's go to the 1 hour chart. So yesterday, 4 hour chart might be the easiest. So the previous local high was 62.8 cents. So if you don't at least get up there, that's not good. You got up to 62 cents today, but that's basically a double top. So if you can't break that, then you're not going to break that resistance at 63 or 64 cents. And if you don't break that, then obviously you're going to go back to the downside. And the next target to the downside is 47 cents. So that'd be a big drop. So you don't want to fall down that low. So if you don't break 64 cents, you're probably going to go back to 47 cents. So that would not be bullish. But you know what I do see right now? We're in a big pattern right now. Let me go pull up Jupe on this chart because I just got an alert for Jupe. Jupe's in a falling wedge as well on the 4 hour, so I might have to look at that in a second. But going back to Matic, I think Matic's probably in a falling wedge right now. Measured move to break out on Matic would be above the next two resistances, almost 90 cents. So Matic is one to watch. If you break 64 cents, I want to know because I would say that could be a breakout trade. So this could be this is one I'm going to watch tonight, well, over the next few days. You are overbought, so you would probably want to wait for the RSI to reset. But if it does, this could be a nice trade at 90 cents. That'd be a 33% move from here. Matic is one that I will keep on my radar now. Jupe, I also just got an alert for Jupiter. It is on KuCoin. You can't trade it on Coinbase. I know you can trade it on Coinbase Wallet, but I would probably want to stop loss in. Jupe was one that just rallied all the way from basically 0.7 of a penny all the way up to almost 2 cents the other day, and now it's at 1.4, almost 1.5 right now. This is another one that I just got an alert on. It looks really good to me right now. In a falling wedge, but the 1 hour is high on the RSI, the 4 hour is not. So 15 minutes low, 1 hour is high, so maybe that's high risk, and the daily chart has room to go. Jupiter could be a trade I might enter back into. So that's another one. Matic and Jupiter are ones I would watch on my radar tonight. Link is another one that I'm going to watch. Well, that we're going to look at right now. It's on Coinbase. We'll use a Coinbase chart for it. So let me start on the daily chart. And the daily chart right now, you have not broken a previous high. You're nowhere near. The previous high was $7.56, and you have not been able to get that high. But the daily chart has more room to go up on the RSI. The 4 hour chart is in a downtrend. The 4 hour chart's almost oversold. And the 1 hour chart is in an uptrend. Probably it's at 70 on the RSI, and the 15-minute chart is in a downtrend. Link for a longer term trade looks okay, but if I go back to the 4 hour chart, you still have to break. You have to break $6.83. If you can't do that, then that's not bullish. So, and the previous high from a few days ago was $7.50. So that's really the macro target, though. $7.50 is what you have to break to be bullish on Link. If you can do that, then you can probably confirm the downtrend is over. So those are the coins I'm watching. The ones I'm watching right now is Matic and probably Jupiter. So if you guys have any other requests, let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of going to be it. We'll be back live Monday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Jupiter could definitely be a nice one to watch out too because it's in a falling wedge here on the 1 hour chart. But the RSI probably needs to reset. When that happens, then it could be a buy maybe tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm going to set an alert for when that does get low on the RSI. And with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I don't have any other coins to go over. How do I feel about the market? Oh, I want to show you guys this. The RSI. The RSI. The RSI right now, I don't know what that is. RSI is at 20, so it's still an extreme fear, but we're slowly getting back up. So I wouldn't say I'm fearful, but I'm ready to buy the dip. So you want to buy when people are fearful, and you want to sell when people are scared, or when people are greedy, I should say. But I do think there's a chance we go lower. So I would just DCA if that's your long term. I would DCA. That's the best thing to do long term. But personally, I think we're going to go lower, so I'm not buying just yet. If I had more money, I definitely would be buying. But since I'm a little short on cash, I'm trying to get the absolute bottom. So it's risky, but we'll see. Either it doesn't pay off or it's going to be a great decision. So right now, I do think we can go lower, but that's just me. So any projects you're buying? Not right now. Nope. I was in this coin. It's called BlockFi, but it's not one I would recommend buying. I kind of want to get out of it. So right now I'm kind of just trading. And but if you're thinking about long-term holds, I do hold Link. Link is one of the coins I do hold long-term. Bitcoin's obviously a good one to hold long-term. Everyone's going to say that. And but Link is one I would suggest long-term. Wow. So look at this. Right now Bitcoin cannot. It just can't hold $22,000. That's not good. So I might have to get out of this position, this long position, because it just doesn't look good anymore. So we'll see what happens at Bitcoin. But right now it doesn't look super juicy. So that's just doesn't look good, and that's unfortunate because if Bitcoin was going to rally, then altcoins would do well, right? So. Well, with that being said, that's kind of all I got. And also, Bitcoin to break out. Matic would probably break out right now, too. So, Matic is definitely one I'm going to watch once the 1 hour resets. But Matic is definitely probably the trade to watch over the next few days because it could break out, and that would be a 33% move to the measure move. So, with that being said, guys, that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed this video, appreciate if you subscribe or hit the follow button if you guys are new, and hit the like button. I will see you guys in the next live stream. And until next time, I'll be back live Monday at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe and have a great weekend. And with that, I will end the stream.